Hello viewers, welcome to another episode of Relationship Tonight. Please do well to watch this video to the end and make sure you like, share and subscribe to this YouTube channel so you won't miss any updates. Let's watch.
I've been divorced for 26 years now, so I've been waiting patiently for my mate. However, I can't seem to hear, so I don't know if God has been sending them to me because I'm very, very meticulous about who I let in my circle.
And you know what? The way you started this lets me know there's a guard up somewhere. Sometimes when we've been waiting for so long, we'll wait for the perfect package. And we ain't gonna get that package that we necessarily want with every perfect thing. Like sometimes God will send the right person for you, but because they're not packaged the way you want them to be, you'll avoid that. What does this waiting actually look like?
Minding my business and staying out of God's way. I mean, I go to work, I go to church.
And
I'm home.
You making this real easy for me. Okay. Faith and participation.
Yes, ma'am.
You can't pray for the harvest without planting the seeds.
Done that.
Don't sound like you have. I can have faith and wait on God, but what am I giving God to do? What work? What is God able to work with? Because what we tend to do in these waiting seasons is we just get lazy. We get passive and we say, this person should come to me. But you're not in the environments for a person to be able to find you. You say you work, go home and stuff like that. What environments are you actually in for people to see who you actually are? What work are we actually giving God? We can't be passive with God. So I can have faith in God, but faith without works is
dead.
Okay, so I can have faith in God, but there is some work and some partnership that has to be here as well. So if I'm praying to God for a partner, what am I doing to be able to be open to said partner? We can't be lazy when it comes to God. Now, this is the time for you. Maybe you can go in and ask God for a different strategy because your strategy is not working.
Apparently. It's really not. I'm just being honest.
I was trying
really
not to laugh, baby. It's not.
I know.
She said 26.
I really do believe that there is a guard that you have placed up because in 26 years, a lot of times people's hearts become hardened over time, especially when you date and you're not getting the person that you want. And you said these are some good catches. What if God truly did deliver the gift to the front door and you denied the gift? Because I know an invitational God. He will give you the invitation. Did you open the invitation? Because he ain't invasive.
No, he's not.
He's invitational. So how many times did God give you an invitation and you closed the door?
Probably quite a few times.
Okay.
Why, when a man and a woman are dating, she goes through everything to get him, and then once they get married, she stops doing the things she used to do.
What she stopped doing?
Well, he's told me he couldn't stop her from keeping his meat out of her mouth. So,
And now it rarely goes there. That's a
doesn't do
story you can
anything at
relate
all.
to everywhere.
Here's the thing. A happy woman is a nasty woman.
okay.
You can always tell the mental health of a woman based on how high or how low her sex drive is. When we not in a good place, you not gonna be in a good place because I don't even want to look at your right now. But if you got me in a good place or I on my own am in a good place, happy women are eaters. You hear me? She waking up thinking, ooh, what kind of freak can I do tonight? You have to assess that women's sex drive is directly related to our mental health. And it might not even be about the husband. I could be going through my own mental things and have zero sex drive at all. Don't want nobody to touch me. Don't want you in my bed. Don't want you in my house. You gotta ask, baby, what's wrong instead of why did she stop sucking my I got some going on right now. Can you pay for therapy bills or something? Like, all you worried about is why is dry, and I'm over here crying myself to sleep every night. Can we have some real husband and wife conversations? Because happy women are utterly disgusting.
Very.
It's the truth.
Okay.
Is there some truth to women getting comfortable with their men and no longer doing the things they did to get them?
I would say definitely. I would equate it to just like when y'all started working at the jobs y'all at now. Y'all used to show up on time to them jobs. lunch break was an hour. Y'all was there and back in that hour when y'all first started, right? You was taking initiative. You going to ask about, hey, what can I do? Can I do some extra work? Is there anything extra I can do? But once you done been there for a while, all that shit over with. Now you showing up 15 minutes late and got an attitude when they tell you something about being late. Fact is that once you get the position, it's very easy to get complacent because you feeling like, well, my spot is already secured, but that's because a lot of people believe that getting into the relationship is the finish line, when it's actually the starting point. Okay. That's when the challenges start. Because once we done got used to each other, once we done got complacent, now we got to work to keep this new, keep this fresh. Because at the end of the day, like it can go away just as easily as it came. So I think that complacency is the answer to that, and that's why a lot of relationships fail.
For my friend, she was in a 7-year relationship,
Talking
on
to the
and
mic.
off. And in the off season, her boo got another woman pregnant. Does she fight for the love or does she let it burn?
The friend broke up with the dude, didn't she?
I'm gonna go a little deeper. The
Okay.
guy is my son.
Dang.
And I hang out with the friend. I consider her my bonus daughter.
You said you was asking for a friend.
Well,
Oh, man, that's-
she is my friend. We hang out. I mean, she's part of my family. And it's just hard to see her going through this.
We sure the kid is his.
Question mark. Yeah,
don't know.
The new girl, I don't know. I don't have a relationship with her. I just met her maybe like a couple of months ago.
Not only does she need to let go because the pain of watching a man you love be a father in a family with someone else is excruciating. As someone who went through that, I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. But I think you also need to let her go as well. So that your son can properly move on in his new life because you're hanging on to pieces of his past where he's already stepped out of. You're saying, oh, my friend, and she needs to go back in 7 years on and off. And is he trying to fight for the relationship or is his mom trying to fight for the relationship? Because sometimes men be in situations where their family wants something more for them than they want for themselves. You in love with that girl. He's not in love with that girl. He's moved on from that girl. He's been on and off from that girl for 7 years. And in 7 years, he never made her wife. In 7 years, he's never made her your actual daughter-in-law. That's why you couldn't say my daughter-in-law, you said my friend. You see how you just said, I don't even know the other girl, and it's a question mark on if that's his. That's your son's new situation. That's your grandchild that's coming. But you can't connect with your potential grandchild because you're hanging on to your son's past situationship. You owe your son in this situation to ask him what he feels and what he wants because she's not your child. He didn't never take vows with her to make her your child. That's a situation that he's out of now. And as his mother, you need to say, okay, son, what we doing? How we rolling? Let me be introduced to this new woman that's in your life now. Let me find out what you're going to need for my grandchild that's coming. But you're going to feel like you're betraying his ex situation by doing what you need to do for your son and this baby that's coming. Because you didn't even say potential grandchild. You said this question mark. I don't know that girl. That's your baby. That's your bloodline. But you feel like you tiptoeing around it. I've seen a lot of mothers give the new girlfriend hell because they were still attached to the ex-girl that the boy done moved on from. He not with her no more. He with the new one now, and we need to all move on and accept that. And I think that's the only thing that's fair for your son.